Hi, it's Gaming with JLT Performance, and today we're going to show you how to install our intake kit for the Camaro SS. The intake kit comes with two different tubes. So if you're going to get a custom tune for the 5-inch intake kit, so you'll need the MAF values rescaled, you'll install this intake tube. But today we're showing you how to install the no tune required intake tube. So install is the same. Follow along and let us know if you have any questions. Now we're going to get started with removing the factory air box. First step is going to be taking the nut driver and removing the hose clamp that's on the throttle body. Next is going to be depressing the button on the PCV quick connect. So just depress that button right there. Next is going to be the MAF sensor. So there's a red locking tab, you slide that out, you depress the button, and you pull off. So there's the button right there. Then the MAF sensor is held by this tie, so you can slide that off. Now the intake system is free as soon as we squeeze this clamp. And remove the hose. Now that the intake system is free, we'll pop it out of the grommets. And there's just one thing holding this wire loom. So now we're going to set the intake kit aside so we can remove the MAF sensor. Now our intake system does not reuse the sound tube, so we're going to be cutting this clamp. Make sure you can see it right there, so you can use whatever tool you want to cut off this clamp. You can pull it off. And since we're already here, we're going to cap the sound tube with the included JLT cap. So we have the whole kit laid out on the table. This is the 5-inch intake kit. Then this is the stock tune intake kit, intake tube. We're not going to be installing this today. You'll need a custom tune with properly scaled MAF values for this. Then the two couplers, one goes to the stock throttle body, the other one goes to 103 millimeter from the 5-inch tube. We're going to set those aside. Now we're going to get working on the JLT intake tube and getting everything ready to go. First step is going to be transferring over the MAF sensor. So we'll get the screws removed. And what I like to do to these screws is just reinstall them into the tube. Just install it into the JLT tube. The kit comes with a MAF gasket and a MAF pad, and there's only one way to install these. So you can see there's one side that has a little cut. That side will match up just like that. And again, there's only one way to put it into the intake tube. So you can see it's not lining up there. Screws wouldn't be able to be installed. So it goes the other way. Now these longer bolts just go in with a Phillips screwdriver. Once those are tight, we'll grab the fitting for the PCV. This is an MPT fitting, and we're going plastic into aluminum. And I don't even grab a tool for these. I just get them in as tight as I can by hand. And that's plenty, and you can still see there's a couple threads showing since it is MPT. Now we're going to grab the coupler. So this is a step down coupler. Bigger side will go in the intake tube. The other side will go around to the throttle body. Get our hose clamps on. And we'll get this installed onto the tube. So now the tube is ready for install. We'll set this aside, grab our air box, the front scoop piece fits perfectly over. Then we'll grab our bracket. The bracket you'll receive will have welded on nuts. It'll just look like this with the stud facing down. Now we can get these tightened down with the tool. And we'll put on the screws on the bottom. Now the box will be ready to be installed. Now we're just going to steel this grommet out. And what we like to do is to install the filter into the box outside of the vehicle. I'll do that to show you what we're doing here. You can see this little flange. That flange matches up with the cutout in the ear box. You can see the flange that grabs the box. The way this hose clamp goes, it's just right here in this direction, so you want it facing up right from the bracket. It gives you the most room since we made such a big intake box. So now we'll get the box installed. Just matching up with these lower grommets. Now we're going to get the tube installed. So I like to move over the hose clamp onto the tube. So the tube's installed. Now we'll get this pressed onto the throttle body. We'll tighten up the filter first, then we'll go back to the throttle body. Now all the hose clamps are tight. Get the PCB reconnected. The map sensor reconnected. And that's the install of the kit. This is our no tune required JLT intake kit. And again, just a reminder, we do have our 5-inch option. If you want to run a tune, it's the best flowing intake kit on the market. Let us know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.